following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, and welcome to 50 Shades of Bullshit. I'm your host, Christine Lalonde, and this is the podcast where we uncover the truth about online dating. Now let's begin.
Yeah, let's begin with the fact that we never changed the goddamn beginning.
I know. And we've had a million conversations since then.
And I don't think about it until we're sitting here. So, Hello, everybody. I'm Christine.
I'm Jada.
This is 50 Shades of Bullshit.
You are in a great mood.
I am. I don't know why. I was just thinking, I am hyped. I am ready. I don't know what for, but
Listen, I'll take it.
Maybe it's because I got sleep last night.
Good.
You know, all that fun jazz.
Good. You haven't had any events. You haven't talked about any events. You haven't done any catering, like big catering.
Funny that you should say.
Uh-oh.
Today, after the podcast, I got to go do prep. Tomorrow, after work, I got to prep again. And I have to bake like 150 cupcakes. And then on Saturday, we have a 150-person wedding in Palm Springs, or Palm Desert.
Okay, so I spoke too soon. Just kidding.
I just got it this week, and then in 2 weeks I have it again, and then I have a little bit of break.
Great. Hardest working woman in America.
Trying. I tell you what, though, I think what I'm super hyped about is that George, when he called me last week. Do you remember when he called during the show? And I was like, this is one call I'm taking during the show. He was in a meeting with finance people, and he was pitching something to them, and they didn't like it. So he pitched them Darling of the Derby.
And they loved it.
They did. And
I knew it.
It's not 100% yet because I'm still manifesting it.
Mm-hmm.
But I talked to him today, and he said he's sending a contract to him at the beginning of the week. And so we will see if they say go.
They're going to say go. It's such a beautiful story. I think it definitely needs to be heard. So they'll say go. Why wouldn't they?
So if they say go, I'm going to be in Kentucky for the first, I think 8 days in the beginning of May, like right after the Derby. The Derby's happening on the beginning of May. And then we're heading to Florida for 3 days to film a few people in Florida. And then the doc will be shot. And then they want me to have a month to edit it.
Oh, wow. Is that normal or is that fast? Is that like a quick turnaround time?
It is so fast.
Oh.
It is so fast. And that's a lot of pressure for a first timer.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got this. You got it.
I'm so excited. So
I'm excited for you. Yay.
Anything going on in your world?
No.
You're like, no. Fuck no.
No. That this is the time of year for matchmaking with spring and summer that we get a little bit busier because people want summer love. So I've just been busy, but no, nothing exciting. Oh, okay, Grease, one of my favorites.
I heard you say summer love. I was like, summer love.
But yeah, nothing exciting. All
right. Well, oh God. What was I talking about last week? Oh, hell.
On here with me? On here?
Yeah, the dating show. Bachelor. That turned out to be so good. So good. And one of the girls, the blonde, the really pretty one, that he didn't wind up picking.
She's the new Bachelorette, isn't she?
No, they wanted her to be, but
Ah.
she is not. The cute little Asian girl is.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
But the little blonde said, if I love the wrong person that much, just imagine how much I'm going to love the right person. And I
Wow.
was like, oh my God, that is so good.
That's really good. That's really powerful.
I look like I'm sitting under a heat lamp. Yeah. So that was really cute. I'm still watching Farmer Wants a Wife. That has been
Okay.
great. I'm dying for another I watched the reunion show of, or not all of it, but most of the reunion of Love is Blind.
Oh, yeah.
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 I'm over people.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
I can't wait till we get ours going because
I know. Ours is
it's
gonna be good.
I was saying something to somebody about it the other day, and they were like, "Oh, another dating show," and I go, "Yeah, but ours is about people who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s," and that
Yeah.
we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'd watch that." I was like, "I know, but
Yeah. Ours is
yes,
gonna be good. We have to have a meeting about it. We've got to talk about it more.
I know, I know."
I gotta get in
So
your calendar.
I'm really excited that one of your really good friends who was an incredible guest the last time on the show. I was trying to remember. It's like I think it was choose peace or choose. It's about choosing peace for
Yeah. Yeah.
yourself. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's Zsanine.
Ja.
Ja,
Ja. Like Zsa Zsa Gabor, like Janine.
Zsanine. Zsanine is here with us again as I repeat her name wrong a million times. She's gonna come kick my ass. But I'm really happy that she is back because
Me too.
it was a fantastic guest, and she's got a topic today that I'm really excited about. Are you excited?
I am very excited because I have thoughts. So yes.
I love it when you have thoughts.
I've got thoughts.
Well, coming back to join us again is Zsanine. Did I say it right?
You
Zsanine
did.
Renae Gross to talk about what is considered the cesspool of dating.
Mhm.
Today's topic is pee in the dating pool, which I cannot wait to discuss. But let me tell you a little bit about Zsanine. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Damn it. Before she comes on. So, due to COVID, pregnancy, and a
Tumultuous.
God, okay, say that 3 times and tell me I'm crazy. I'm crazy. A really bad divorce. She decided to shift gears and put family first and use creativity and business relationships to create the social stir. A woman-owned and woman-run boutique digital marketing agency that has represented brands featured on Shark Tank, NASDAQ, and featured on Oprah's favorite lists. She is very highly skilled visionary who uses her gifts to leverage abundance for her clients in a way that seems as if time doesn't exist. I've read that a dozen times and I want that for myself. To know her is to know that she is a go-getter with a go-getter attitude and an overflowing energy that is unstoppable, which means she's perfect for today. So let's bring this bad bitch in and do this thing.
Hi.
I bet you've never been introduced like that.
I was like, this is amazing. I need to wake up and hear this just like every morning. Like when the curtains open, I want to. This is what I want to hear.
Yes. How are you?
This is
I'm
a
so
bad
good.
bitch day.
How are you guys doing?
Clearly, we're good.
We're great. But we love having you here. So I
I
can't
love being
believe
with you guys. We had so much fun the last time,
I
so
know.
it's only right that we do it again.
You know what's
Exactly.
funny is that when we did it the last time, I remember being at the castle and I was cooking for an event. And
Yeah.
then Jade is like, "Oh, you haven't done an event in a while." And I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
been a while.
A year. Has it been a year?
It's been over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Bad. We're bad. We should have had you back sooner. But
Well, I'm excited about the topic. I know.
Me too. So tell us about this thing called pee in the dating pool.
Okay, so I was so confused when people were saying this at first. I was like, what are you talking about? Because I'm like, I got friends like Jada and, Paul Brunson and who are these matchmakers. And I'm like, but they said there's love out there. But then it's like you go on every social media site, in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. It doesn't matter where you are. It's like, oh, there's pee in the pool. And you hear these horror stories about these first dates, these pregnant women getting left in hospitals, pregnant women coming home from hospital, after the births, and men are asking for pot roast and she just had a friggin' C-section. Like, I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? I don't want to go outside. I'll just introduce myself to the Amazon guy at this point, because I'm scared. I'm scared.
Like, are you single?
And I don't really have that. I don't have that pool cleaner thing, with the chlorine, with the colors to make sure this pee is good pee. I don't have that. So yes, people are telling me there's pee in the pool. And then I hear all these stories and then I'm like, oh my God,
it's tough.
I don't have the proper PPE for this.
I was leaving work today and I was talking about the show today and I said, yeah, pee in the pool. And they looked at me and he's like, what? And I said, all the crap in the pool. I go, yeah, pee in the pool. Yeah. It's like all these people who don't respect other people and they're coming in and they're not armed with treating people with respect and they're only thinking about one thing and one thing only. And it's like, I get dating and that we're adults and we're having sex and there's all these things, relevant to a relationship. But yeah, when things start going south because people are lacking respect and all they want to do is stand and pee in the pool.
I feel like, and this is just me. Okay, I'm going to talk about me. So I'm 40, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a household where I wasn't taught how to date. I wasn't taught how to.
Nobody was.
Yeah. Right. Build a relate. I wasn't taught how to do any of these things. I was taught how to make friends and like be friendly and, be amicable in public and manners and all these others. But I wasn't taught how to like interact with men on a dating level or how to properly be courted or how to even know, what your red flags are. That's what they say now. I wasn't taught all these things. Right. So now at 40, with all these years of therapy, I don't want to go outside because I feel like they've armed me too much. And I'll be like, nope, 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 no, because it's almost as if, okay, I didn't know anything. I went through all this trouble. I wouldn't say trouble. My kids came out of it, right? And then now I know these things, and I'm like, well, I don't want any more kids. I have money. I'm chilling. I can pay my own bills. Like, what is it that you can offer me, and how does that intertwine with my life now at 40? Like, I'm like, because men always say, what do you bring to the table? Sir, I am the table. When's the last time you built a table? Certain questions.
When's the last time you sat down at a good table? And yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's like, and then another thought I had is it because social media pushes certain agendas? Because again, I have friends like Jada and Paul who are like, no, love is out there. And I'm like,
you know what? I think I'm going to say, I think from a professional perspective, I think after COVID, all these things happened. Everybody wanted companionship. Now the dating pool has become so, it's like people are getting swipe fatigue. Like they're recycling. You're seeing recycled profiles online. You're seeing recycled people. And people are no longer using that method. They're more now turning to matchmakers, or now people are trying to authentically meet people on their own, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's at a meetup group, whether it's at a coffee shop, because the online dating is going down. Even stocks for certain apps are going down because people are getting tired of the swipe. And that makes it difficult to find a true connection.
Well, I like what you said there, Jada, but I want to touch on a little bit more of that and bring in what you said, Zsanine. I've got a Jaja. Can I just call you Jaja?
You know what? My favorite aunts, they call me Ja.
Ja. There we go, sister. That is right up my alley. So I want to touch on what you said too, about social media. What I see on TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok for a second.
Okay.
People are trying to use TikTok as a dating app now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
But what I see happening is that people have come to a point that they like the likes, they like the attention. And I'm seeing, I see women looking on there, which is fine. But I'm seeing, I think it's because of my algorithm, a lot of hot guys come across my page. And I'm seeing them doing this. Lives and posts, their little videos talking about, oh, are there any good women out there? And I'm a single guy and hit me up. But this is what's happening. They're being bombarded with millions of women and they're not really looking for that connection. They say they are, but I personally think they just like the attention. They're so popular. They've got millions of people watching them and millions of women coming on their on their lives. And people are so used to the heart and the like button and the accolades and the comments and the photo. I think that people are just liking the rush of it and they're not really connecting.
I think so too. I think we've switched gears and become such a society that craves that attention. It's almost like it validates us. And I think when it comes to dating, it makes it very difficult because you can't, what's online and what's on social media is not real. So you're searching for these bodies, you're searching for these hot men, you're searching for these tall men, you're searching for these people in Teslas and Lamborghinis. And a lot of that stuff is just for social media. It's not real life. Yeah.
Those pictures where everybody started doing it in the airplane and they're like, hey, I'm flying private. Like, bitch, you ain't flying private. You're sitting in a little corner of one of those places where you paid, X amount of dollars to take pictures in all their little booths.
You know what's funny too? It was this coach, this business coach.
I love the air quotes around coach. Yes.
Listen.
I love it.
Because that industry. But she was telling her clients to go rent those Lamborghinis that Jada was talking about and stuff like that, and houses and stuff, and take all these pictures and things, of course, in Atlanta. But so now it's like I get hung up on, oh, he in Atlanta? Nah, player, I can't even. Nah, player. That is not a real place. Atlanta, it's not even a real place.
No,
and
we have to get
saying too, with the facade thing. It's like you put out this cry. It's like you're crying wolf, right? You just want the attention, and I don't even understand in the year of our Lord 2024 why women are still falling for that. That's my thing. I don't understand how you even find that appealing. If he is that cute, he is problematic. Something is wrong with him. He got a short pinky toe. Something's wrong. Okay, something's happening that we are not privy to. If you got to come on here with your fine self and beg for, like one dude was like, where are the women who, what did he say? Where are the women who like sit at home and read books? We're at home reading books, dude. That's where we are. We're drinking wine
We're
on
not
our
giving two
patios.
shits about you. We're reading books. We're not on TikTok. We're not on Instagram. You know, I mean, I am, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have to get back to, or at least what I would love to see is getting outside. First of all, nobody is going to meet anybody sitting at home. You can swipe all day long, but until you get out of your house, you are never going to meet the person that you could potentially meet. But I would love to have people join meetup groups and go to parks, and the weather is changing, go to festivals, like get out and actually meet people, as opposed to just sitting on your phone and swiping all day. You're not going to, your person may not.
Jada.
Yes, ma'am. You have to get outside. I've told you this before.
Okay,
you have got to get outside. I
am trying. Okay. Now, granted, I'm trying with you people. I'm trying. Like, granted, I am a tall woman. I'm 5'11", right? I'm tall. I always do what you say. Everything Jada says I do. I go to the restaurants. I sit at the bar. I take
you date yourself. You take yourself out.
I date myself.
It's exhausting, isn't it?
And you know, I love me. Ooh, I love me so much. She is so cute. But no one ever approaches me. And I'm like, and I don't know if it's like hashtag me too type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. They will stare and they will wave or wink or whatever, but they will not approach.
Okay. I have questions.
Like, what kind of pee is that? What kind of pee is that?
I got to ask then. What's your body language?
I was just about to say that.
Like, when you're sitting there, what are you doing and what's your body language? And what are you doing when they wave and wink? Are you going, fool, no? Or are you going, I'm getting up and walking over and sitting next to them and saying,
insanely friendly human being. Like, I will wave back. I will wink back. I will be like, what are you eating? What'd you get on the menu? Like, I'm one of those type of people. I'm not shy at all.
So maybe you should say, hey, the chair next to me is empty.
Yeah.
Or pick your shit up and go over to the empty chair next to them, sit it down and say, it's a little easier to talk to you from here than way over there. So hi.
Make a move. It is 2024. Women can make a move.
I know. We want the chivalry. We want the gentleman. We want the guy to approach. But like you said, too, is that there is a Me Too movement that scared men, which it should have. And they're afraid. And that's that. We get that. It's okay to be a little gung shy. If they're waving and nodding, they're saying, please throw me a bone. You got to pick that bone up and throw it.
Absolutely.
Maybe. And I've been out of the game for a minute. So
that's why you got to get out. That's why I tell you, you got to get outside of your house.
Jada does the most. Okay.
You got to get out of your house.
My Amazon men are cute. Okay. Listen.
Have you asked them if they're single?
I need to, because they are always on time. Okay. Always on. My books come on time. All right. Kitchen supplies. They ask me, what are you cooking? Food.
Are you reading at the bar?
Sometimes. For lunch, yes. For dinner, no.
Yeah, can't read at the bar. You can have the book there. Don't open it. Have the book there.
Ooh, okay.
But don't open it. Okay. Also thinking, you know, I keep envisioning like a blanket at the park where the dog park is, where all the guys are, and you're on there and you got your book and you got it in your lap, but you're observing instead of reading. So you got the stay home reading out in public and approachable. There you go.
Yes.
What were you going to say, Jada?
I was just going to say, you have to look approachable. If you look upset, if you look not necessarily standoffish, but just not like you're in the best space or had the best day, no one will approach you. It's just not going to happen.
I don't
But
even know what that looks like. Like, I feel like I'm having a good day every day. I be chilling. I always order, you got to start the thing with a little rosé. I be in my own world. Cause I'm always picking like the newest restaurant and like I'm so engrossed with the food. I'm talking to the servers or the chefs. I'm talking to everybody. So.
And then you have to be able to ask them if they're single. If you're interested in someone, you can ask them if they're strike up a conversation.
I have questions again. Are you going to these restaurants during times? Let me
on display right now?
Yeah, girlfriend. Yes. So let's think about this. There's 3 times that you can go to a restaurant. 2 do not serve you, and 1 does. 1 is blue plate special time. You don't want to go when the elderly people are having food. Make sure you're not going right after happy hour. Okay.
I'm not going between 5, 4, and 6.
Okay, good. Okay. Though happy hour right after work, close to an attorney's office, doctors, anywhere where there's professionals that are making fucking bank. Okay. Go to a local bar and go there during happy hour. Lunchtime is not going to work because they're at lunch meetings, and you can't go when families are there for dinner. You either have to go later when people are having drinks after, or during happy hour. And you got to go where professional guys are going.
Jada, did I there's this restaurant in the Mayo Clinic.
Oh, really?
Oh, there you go.
And it's amazing. I know the chef, maitre d', everything. So
there you go.
I told him I was going to come back, and I did ask the chef if he was single. He had just got engaged, but damn it. But
Hey, Gary,
hi,
just started a happy hour though.
I did want to say, you know what, Christine, I kind of disagree about lunch because and it could just be area. It could be because DC is very different. But I have gone out and recruited at lunchtime. And I find some of the most amazing men. For me, it's a little bit different because it's a woman coming up to a table of men and saying, "Hey guys, are you single?" Blah 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 blah. But I found some great people during lunch. So I think it just depends on where you go.
Here's the thing,
because DC is different though. DC is like everybody eats all the time. Part of their everyday life is going out to eat.
Here's the thing though. If you're seeing men at a table, they're most likely at lunchtime having a lunch meeting. And
I'm about to pretend I'm Jada and be like, "Hey guys, I'm just
are
wondering."
Y'all single?
Yeah,
I'm recruiting.
My friend owns a matchmaking company and we're here just recruiting. I would totally do that.
You can use me if it'll get you out of your house.
And then when things start going like clickety click into place, then you can say, "Oh, by the way, I'm one of her clients. I am available. We should cut to the chase and cut out the middleman."
I like Christine's action.
I was just going to say, Christine, I would absolutely love to see you in action. Like, what do you, if you see someone that you like, what is the best advice you would have for a woman to approach a man? What would you do?
You don't want to flatter him too much because you don't want him to have an ego or big head. And a lot of women flatter men in a way that is like ego boosting. I flatter them in I try to think of different ways to flatter them. Does that make sense? Like to let them know, if he says something, I touch the forearm just a little bit or the side. It's just like, oh yeah. You want to make sure that you're physically touching them in some way. You don't want to reach down and cup their balls and go, "Wow, that was cute." But you do want to, like, in some way, unobstructedly kind of like, that is, that I look them in the eye. I make sure I make a lot of eye contact, do the little, you got to do the chin down, the eyes up, and
But I'm saying if you see someone from across the room, for example, and you're like, that is a hot man, what would you go up and say?
Oh. I don't know. I've gotten really bold in my old age. I try to think of first, if I look and they smile at me, or if I smile at them and they smile back, if I get kind of a feeling that he's might be interested, then I start looking and thinking, what can I find that we could possibly have in common that I can comment on? So he has this dog with him. Then I say, oh my God, whether I've had that dog or not, I have said, I had a dog just like that. Unfortunately, she died. But she was my favorite dog. I fucking find shit to say. Especially men with French bulldogs. I tend to really love that. So I always say,
I love those dogs.
I always go up and say, oh my God, they're so, I'm sure everybody fawns all over your dog. Do you know what I have said on dating things?
Oh God,
before?
I'm nervous. What?
If there's a picture of a guy with a dog, I will say, oh my gosh, he is so cute. And oh, your dog's not so bad either. And every single time they will send me a message and say, now that's a good one.
That's actually
I have been told. So I think in person, I would do that. Like if someone had a dog, I would walk up and say, oh, and look them right in the eye and go, oh my God, he's so adorable. And your dog is pretty cute too. Now I would do that. I would look for maybe like if they had a book with them, like you, Jean. I would say, oh, I saw that book the other day. Someone recommended it to me. What do you think of it? I'm reading this one, but I was thinking about that one next. I would come up with something that would give me a reason to speak to them in a normal, non-stalker way.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a drink sender?
I have never
done that before.
I have.
Does it work, Jada?
Does it work?
100%. Yes. You should
try
it.
Oh.
We gotta try
I like that one.
You gotta try it. Send a drink. Just pay attention to what they're drinking. Most men, again, DC here, it could be a little bit different, but I've done it in New York as well. Old fashioned is usually good. Like send them an old fashioned. Ask the bartender what they're drinking. Yeah, and then send it over to them. It works. It's confidence.
I like that one. I like that one.
So your mission. If you should,
yes, if you choose.
Oh my God, Lord.
I think that you should look into where there is a heavy business area. Like,
well, I'm always in the town center. I live 10 minutes from there. Jada knows I'm always over there. So it's like,
she's in Florida, so she's in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm in Florida. Jacksonville.
Okay,
so it's like really nice restaurant, and then they just opened a couple downtown as well that I want to try. So
this is your challenge: go with a book. Do not fucking crack it open. Okay, and you're gonna look around and you're gonna scope it out, and I think you should either try sending the drink over, or maybe even write a little note on the napkin that says, "Hi, I'm Ja, and I'm Ja," and or something cute like "Your smile captivated me," or if you're interested in a guy,
you could.
I love Phil. Phil, we have to have you on.
He's scheduled.
Okay, good.
Phil's scheduled. He's scheduled in April, I think. Okay, so whatever you decide to do, you have to choose something, whether it's pick something, like maybe he's wearing your favorite color, even if it's a fucking ugly sweater, you send a note that says, that that lovely green sweater brings out the green in your eye, or the sparkle in your eye. Write something fucking stupid. Men love stupid shit. And or find something and you walk by to the bathroom and stop and go, hey, I love that cashmere sweater on you. It's looking good. And then go to the bathroom. I don't care. You gotta do something.
I just thought about this too. Do you know when I get hit on the most? When I'm on a date with another man. So I went on this date with this guy. We went to St. Augustine. They had I think it was like 2 years ago. St. Augustine, new restaurant just opened. They didn't have any, you couldn't make any reservations. So we had to sit at the bar, which I'm fine with. I like sitting at the bar. I like to people watch. So it's okay. And this was our third date. So yeah, it's fine. So we're sitting at the bar, whatever. And I don't know what we were talking about, but it was like 3 guys on his side, right? And I can't remember what the conversation was, but they were like interjecting and just all in the conversation. And I nudged him and I was like, so you're not going to say anything? I was like, you don't want to switch to a table? Like, I'm trying to get you to, you know what I'm saying? So then like he gets up and goes to the bathroom or whatever. And the guy did what you said. Like he slid a note on a on like receipt paper with his number. And I called him the next day because I was like, sir, I'm sitting here with you. You should be like, hey, you know, I'm on a date, you know, blah, 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 whoopty. No, you are letting them just be in our entire conversation. All 3 of them were like in our conversation.
But you know what? It could have been your interaction with the person that you were with. Maybe it wasn't giving off the energy or the vibe that it was a romantic connection. They could have thought they were your cousins. They could have thought it was your brother. They could have thought you guys were just friends. So that could have been why they felt so comfortable being involved in your conversation. So the energy that you were putting off may not have been
that's what flirty, I was thinking.
I'm into this person energy. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that I was.
Also, I gotta tell you,
a nerd too. So you know, Jada, I'll be off sometimes. So
think about this too. If you're in a public place like that and you're by yourself, your personality isn't coming out because you're quiet and by yourself. But when you're sitting with somebody and you're talking with them, your personality comes out and it probably attracted them to you. You could always try going with a gay friend or a just guy friend, and be more open, show that you're not together, but you are, you know what I mean? It shows that you're friendly and approachable. I don't know, maybe try that. I say make a list of 5 different things that you could do and go to 5 different places. What's that?
You're giving me so much homework today.
I know. I say pick 5 different scenarios, 5 different things, and go to 5 different places and try each one out and see which one works the best. And then you got to come back and report to us.
I agree.
I have no problem doing that.
Oh, yes, she's accepting.
So we'll have to, she'll come back. She'll give us updates. I think, too, don't sleep on the places that people would never really think about, like Target. You can meet somebody in Target.
That's my jam. You know, I be in Target. You know, I be in Barnes and Nobles. You know,
there you go.
My opinion okay, my thoughts on that too is I've been in grocery stores and Targets and shit like that. Nobody pays 2 shits to me. But I say go to the bars at the golf clubs or the driving ranges.
There's a private airport right by my house and they have a restaurant and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go take myself to lunch over there one day. Yeah. And then I love like Top Golf and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think it's like really sit down and think about where are these men going to be? What do they want to do? Because they're going with their buddies and they're hanging out and they're doing these things. That is where you're going to find it.
Interesting that y'all are saying this because again, let's go because Christine said TikTok. I was seeing all these videos of like where to find men. And they've named none of the places that you've named. None of them.
Well, let's talk about that for a second.
They're doing the thing like Jada was saying with like the Teslas and the Porsches, like, oh, you have to go to Switzerland and go to, the United Finance, blah, blah, blah. And you got to go to Formula One. And I'm like, dang, like, if we both travel in the Formula One, how we gonna meet up afterwards if we both traveling? Right.
So Rebel says that you may find men who cheat on their wives at the golf club.
Yeah, that's true. But I will tell you, I'm telling you, my daughter lived in Ventura and she was the beer girl. And she said there were massive, young, attractive, available single guys on the course. My thought is you can go to all these different places where people are like grocery store or shopping, Target. You can hopefully find someone at these places, but you want to stop and think, where do men go to hang out and have fun? And that is where you need to plant your ass. You know what I mean?
I have another suggestion too. And we're not just picking on you. This is for anybody that's listening.
Yeah.
I always suggest.
No, it isn't.
I suggest a lot of times to some of my women clients, especially during major playoffs like March Madness or Super Bowl football tournaments. If you go to a sports bar, I'm going to tell you what, it will be packed with men because no woman, first of all, wants to go sit in a bar. Not that all of them are single. Some of them may be there because they wanted to get away from their wives and watch the game, but there are still quite a few single men there. So that's the best time to get out is when there's some of these playoffs and tournaments, go to a sports bar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the the PGA Tour comes here every year and it's like 45 minutes from my house. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about joining a one of the clubs here.
That's good.
That's good.
And then also, like when we talk about the pee in the pool too, I went on a date with this one guy, and it was like, his resume was beautiful on paper. Oh, all these things.
Yeah, they're perfect on paper.
We go to dinner, and it's like I didn't become a therapist because I'm not interested in helping anyone. But it was like, I was like, is he dumping all of this on me? He had like father issues, and then there was stuff with his teenage son, and I was like, oh my God.
He must have felt comfortable with you and thought he had a sympathetic ear.
Right. People always tell me their stuff. But I was just like, this is the first date. Like, hold on. And
some people don't understand that.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's part of the pee that they.
Well, I will tell you, it's light colored pee. It's more water than pee. Because I'm going to tell you that I think that some, like you said earlier, have not been taught how to date.
Absolutely.
And so they're showing vulnerability. And they think that by confiding in you or expressing something that is weighing on them or opening up to you in some way. I know it's not great on the first date, but sometimes you have to look at what the drama is that they're experiencing and say, can I handle that? Yes or no? Because they're just trying to be vulnerable. And when they're shot down sometimes with that vulnerability, it then makes them backpedal and become douchebags again. So we have to be very careful about how we handle that. And I'm not saying you handle it wrong, but sometimes we have it's like, I'm going to talk like a matchmaker for a second. When a matchmaker says, what are you looking for? And someone says, I want a fat wallet and a fat dick and I want a fat, whatever. And a tall this. Well, sometimes your person is going to come in a little shorter, a little less fat, and a little less this and that. And you have to look at the overall picture and think, what's happening here? Are they trauma dumping on me, or are they trying to be vulnerable and open and show me that they're real people It's like you got to listen to what they're saying and evaluate it and go, yeah, that's a little too much, or I can handle
done
this.
With I am no longer the CEO of Human Depot. I can't do it. I can't do it. It was fun. I can't do it anymore though. I think I'm in a place right now where I'm just like, I have a different level of peace and calm, and like nobody can beat that, right? So I'm not looking for somebody to beat my peace and calm, but it would be nice if you were comparable to it. You know what I mean? Like, don't come disrupting my shit, you know, because my shit is nice and it's quiet over here. And, you know, dinner's done by 8, you know, like don't come ruffling feathers. And I get it. You know, you got 2 different people, backgrounds, lifestyles, and things like that. I think us learning how to date again, or like, God, I wish we even had like dating classes for like our age group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where we could be like, seriously, like, this is how we should do it.
Well, 2 things. One, Rebel just said, what if they are testing the waters to see if your reaction to what they are saying? I was thinking that, but I was also thinking, shit, I just forgot. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I was just thinking, very much of what she was saying is they're trying to see if you're, you know, receptive to it. Are you going to be comforting? Or how are you going to react? Are you going to, you know, shoot them down? You know, I think that we as women have to be soft sometimes.
Yes. I was just going to say that, Christine, because it takes a lot for people to be vulnerable and to open up.
Yeah.
So they could just be saying, that's going to be your point. Did it just hit you?
I just remembered. Yes, thank you. I was thinking, wouldn't it be great to have business cards of like Jada or somebody else who's a dating coach? And when someone approaches you and asks you out, say, yes, I will go out with you, but you have to do a session with her first.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
And then if you can handle a dating session and get your shit and make sure your shit's together and you've gone pee before you jumped in this pool with me, then we'll see how
I love it.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I remember one time I told a guy, I think he wanted to go on a second date. And I was like, oh my God, we should totally go to therapy. We should go to therapy. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Like, we should go to therapy and see. I mean, we're here now. I mean, I don't want to get too deep in this joint and then I can't pull out. So, like,
Christine is dying over there.
I just died.
I think it's a little much for a second date, but
I don't know. This was like years ago. I haven't like dated in a minute. Because I'm like, ugh.
He's like, she wants to go to fucking therapy.
She's losing her mind. What has she been through? Oh my God.
I think the moral of the
recently
story.
Do a date at a what do you call it? Not an open house, but you know when you have like it was kind of like an open house, the model homes.
Yeah,
like that was fun.
I think the moral of the story is you've got a lot of assignments, and people need to get off the apps and meet in person. Go after what you want. Don't be shy. Talk to people. Get out. Get out of your house. Get out of your house.
I think you should set a plan.
Yeah.
And do this is your homework. Okay, you ready? List 5 strategies. One, you're going to go to the bar with a book, leave it closed, and if someone waves or says hi, you either invite them over or you go sit down. Then the other one is you're going to go to a different place and you're going to approach and pretend that you're recruiting for your friend and say, and by the way, I am one of her clients. So if any of y'all are interested, let's head that off. And that, you know, going to the golf course, bar, you know, going to the flyaway, you know, like place you were talking about.
Oh yeah, Top Golf.
So list 5 top places and exactly what your mission is for each one. What is your strategy for each one? Have it ready. Go to each one, make notes after each, and tell us how it worked or didn't
Oh my
work.
God, this is going to be an epic blog post. Yes.
There you go.
See,
There you go.
we're good.
This was good. This was good.
Ah, I love
Well,
it.
we are over time. I am so
Yeah.
sorry, Rebel. Oh, but sometimes it gets so good. So y'all, there are lots of pee in that pool. We got to have strategies to get people to wear their undergarments or pee before they get in.
Exactly.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thank you.
We
Yeah.
have another really great episode coming up next week. It's going to be funny and fun. And we can't wait to see you all again. I think next week is about loneliness. So it's not really fun. It's just about loneliness.
Oh.
Same time, same place next week. And until then, keep this shit real.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share with your friends, like and follow us on Instagram at 50 Shades of _bullshit and Facebook at 50 Shades of Bullshit. Thanks so much for listening, and we really hope to see you again next week.